While Donny Nietes stopped Sammy Gutierrez in 3 rounds at the Araneta Coliseum, Rayito Garcia fought Gutierrez twice, winning their first encounter for the IBF minimum weight title by a majority decision, and then ripping into Gutierrez in the rematch to win by a 3rd round TKO. These are highlights of the first fight between Raúl Rayito Garcia and Sammy Gutierrez. This is the 12th and final round. This is the first time they met, but in the rematch, Garcia won by a 3rd round TKO. This is Sammy Gutierrez, and you can see the scorecards. Very, very close, 105, 104. Gutierrez gave a good account of himself. He connected with a very good left there. He's working to the body of Garcia, Rayito Garcia, having a hard time against Sammy Gutierrez, while our world champion Donny Nietes battered Gutierrez so handily. Gutierrez continuing to go forward, working against Rayito Garcia. And Garcia had a real tough time in this fight. Going into the final round, Garcia was hit only by a point. And if Gutierrez takes the final round, he could end up in a draw. But that's not the way it happened. And ultimately, Gutierrez won. Garcia won after Gutierrez put on a gallant performance, especially in this final round, which you're now watching. You can see he's very, very aggressive, working the left hook and the right straight. Rayito Garcia trying to come back. And there's Julio Cesar Chavez, one of the commentators on the Mexican panel. Good hard right that time by Gutierrez. Rayito Garcia really having a hard time against Gutierrez. Good left hook by Gutierrez. Right straight by Gutierrez. Tough. He was in great condition for this fight against Rayito Garcia. This is for the IBF minimum weight title. And he gave Garcia a really hard time. You can see number of combinations by Gutierrez, and cracks Garcia with a right cross. Rayito Garcia in trouble here against Sammy Gutierrez, who's all over him with a flurry of punches there. Good body shot right to the body by Gutierrez against Raúl Rayito Garcia. Another left hook, this time by Garcia. Winding down this 12th and final round, it's been a good action-packed bout. Gutierrez throwing flurries of punches. And Rayito Garcia just content to try and survive this 12th and final round, as he ultimately did and won a majority decision against Sammy Gutierrez. In one of his most impressive victories, Rayito Garcia beat up Filipino Michael Landero, initially sending him against the ropes with some solid shots. Landero was in trouble and tried to clinch, but referee Juanio Ramirez waved the fight off at the 149 mark of the 3rd round, prompting legendary Mexican Julio Cesar Chavez, who was on the TV panel, to indicate he thought the stoppage was premature. You be the judge. We're into round number 3. Michael Landero from the Philippines. You can see that from his trunks against Raúl Rayito Garcia. Garcia winning handily so far going into this 3rd round. He took the first 2 rounds, 10-9, 10-9. So the 3rd round, Landero has been in some kind of trouble. Garcia with a solid body shot and a right to the side of the head. Landero missing badly, and Garcia continuing to pick him apart in this 3rd round. Landero tries to fight back, but Garcia coming forward with 1-2 combinations. Landero goes forward, and he ties up Garcia, Raúl Rayito Garcia. Good left by Garcia again. Landero is pretty wild with his punches against Rayito Garcia. Garcia flicking the right, then connects with a good left and another right. Good left again by Garcia and a left to the body. Landero with a 1-2 to the side of the head. But he's not been able to do anything really very much against Raúl Rayito Garcia. Garcia has Landero against the ropes and catches him with a flurry of punches. Another good solid shot by Raúl Garcia. Landero gets off the ropes. Rayito Garcia. Good left hand. He staggered Landero. Landero against the ropes, and the referee stops the fight. That's premature. I agree with Julio Cesar Chavez. Who am I to disagree with Julio Cesar Chavez, the legendary Mexican? But indeed, although Landero got caught with a couple of good shots, it seemed like a premature stoppage. So, Rayito Garcia winning by a third round TKO over Michael Landero of the Philippines.